It's sweet time starting this event. And we're live. Welcome to Channel 24 News. I don't see anyone. Okay, we got some attendees coming in. Hey, everybody. Where are you guys from? Who's watching?
Or who's pretending to watch while they're doing something else.
Well, our two attendees don't want to talk to us, so it's fine. Just hurt my feelings more sometime. All right, well, we will get started here in about 4 minutes, even if it's just two of you. One's Jim, so we only have one real attendee since I don't count Jim. All right, you get like all of our, oh, hey, it's starting to spike now. Now we have 8. So we'll get started here in about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. Hey, Larry from Colorado. Go skiing much? Jim used to ski until he didn't get good at it anymore. And just a friendly reminder for everyone, this will take up your bandwidth. Kick your kid off the Xbox. Do it with a mean face too, like ground him if he gets back on it. All right, we got Cassandra's in here, Marty, Cindy, Jeff, Bruce.
Let us know where you all are from.
Yeah. Skied until it killed my knees. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Jim. I don't quite know. All I know is him and his nephew used to ski, and whenever one would fall, throw powder on each other. So.
Yes, knees, back, all those ailments.
Well, we have one Dan in here. Don't know which Dan that is. I know a lot of Dans. Bruce is from Dallas. Awesome.
Marty's from New Orleans. Cassandra's from Phoenix. Welcome, everyone. Sunny San Diego. Hi, Stephanie.
Owen's working. Hey, Kristen. What are you doing? Getting good use out of my photo app yet? So you wearing your hat? That's a better question. I got you that hat. You better be wearing it. Any other Kentucky fans in here? Or not fans, but live here? You can be a Kentucky fan. I'm not a Kentucky fan. I don't follow sports. So
we're getting ready to go into several state holidays because Kentucky's going to be playing a lot this month. So those of you, especially if you're in the central Kentucky area, I mean, nothing happens. People are not in stores. Nothing goes on during a UK basketball game. People pretend they're sick, so they go home and watch the game if it's like during the work day, which I think this Friday is.
Yeah, I tried that once. Melissa told me to quit lying, so. Ooh, Ireland, that's a fun one. And I'm
Hey, Tim. Yes, Kristen, go Cats.
All right, we got about 1 more minute until 5 o'clock hits. If we keep getting spikes on the attendees, we might slow off just a little bit. I don't know if Jordy Nelson's from the UK. I do not know, Sam I am.
We'll try to start as close to 5 o'clock as possible so we can respect everyone's time. We know you're all busy like we are, and we appreciate you taking time out to spend a little My Photo app time with us today.
You're staying up late for us. Thank you for that. All right, it's 5 o'clock. We haven't seen anyone come on. We'll wait a few more seconds to see if any stragglers. And if there's stragglers, you guys got to make fun of them with me, all right? So.
Going to do a little Snapchat here.
Now, when she gets done Snapchat, oh, someone else just joined. Make fun of whoever it was for being late. Call him tardy. When she gets done Snapchatting, we'll get going, guys. If you're not on Snapchat, it's a great way to get people to follow you. It goes right to their feed. They have to actually sit there and watch it. So
we do a lot of fun behind the scenes stuff too.
Only on days that end in Y, though. The other days we don't really mess with it. All right, so the people still coming in. You guys are slacking. All right. get going here in about 30 seconds, so hold your horses, people.
Again, if you've joined since we initially got on here, welcome. We're excited to share with you today about how we use my photo app in our studio.
All right, let's get this party on the road. You're going to see a lot of weird things in a second. Hang on one. Welcome to my photo app. We're going to show you We Are Cook Designer Portraits, and we are going to show you how we use it on a daily basis. This will be roughly 25 to 30 minutes long. We have used this every day for the past 5 years. We have it is everyday use, guys. And just a friendly reminder, make sure no one is on any games or streaming services. This takes up a lot of bandwidth. Your computer might start getting some weird stuttery videos or audio, so go kick your kid off Call of Duty. All right, guys? All right, so let's save all our questions until the end. Wilfred has it correct. He's shaving everything for later. We'll answer all your questions at the end. All right, we have a super couple special offers from you guys, from some superstars in the industry, so stay till the end. You'll get some offers coming up. The first question we get is, who is my daddy and what does he do? Well, a lot of you guys know my daddy is Jim Cook. He loves food. His favorite word is awesome. He uses that way too much. Like we were saying earlier, they're UK fans, and when those basketball games come on, I get completely disowned for the day. They don't even talk to me. He's a software engineer by trade. He invented my photo app, and Melissa has taken over the studio, and she runs it and operates all that, and I'll let her talk a little bit about who she is and what she does.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Cook, and I'm married to Jim. I'm a graduate of East Tennessee State University. I have a business degree. I've owned a small business for over 33 years. 26 years, I owned a Jazzercise franchise, and it was one of the top grossing Jazzercise franchises in the country during that time. However, we were getting too busy with our photography business. So I sold my Jazzercise franchise in 2010 to run the photography business full time. I knew that if I could put all my efforts toward the photography business, I could really make it grow, and that has definitely happened. I started as a second shooter with Jim when we got into weddings in 2007, and we shot seniors together. Usually both of us would shoot during a session. Did that through 2011. Again, we were getting too busy just to do sessions a couple evenings a week, and maybe 1 or 2 days on the weekend. Jim felt like he was just working all the time. He also works for IBM. So we brought Michael on as our main photographer in early 2012, and he had already been working with us prior to that. He would shoot weddings with us. If it was a really, really large wedding, all three of us would go. In 2012, when Michael took over, I retired from shooting. My passion is the business part. It is what I love. That's what my background is in. I do all of our in-person sales. And if you don't do in-person sales, that's where it's at, let me tell you. Don't be afraid to try it. It's great. We've done it in-person sales for over 7 years. Michael also is capable of doing in-person sales as well. I style our clients. A lot of people have no clue what colors look good, what colors photograph well, what type of clothing and accessories they need, to make their session great. I love delivering a wow experience. We bake cookies for every session. They're treated like royalty from the time they enter our studio until they leave, and then continuing thereafter as well. I also assist Michael in the camera room, making sure hair is laying correctly, the clothing, jewelry, all of that looks great. I'm a crazy cat lady. Oh, and back up to the assisting Michael in the camera room, I also handle the moms that sometimes jump up and maybe think we don't know what we're doing. And I herd them back over to the mom couch and assure them that they're seeing things coming up on the laptop that, they don't need to be seeing, and everything's going to be great. I'm a crazy cat lady. I love my little rescues. They are the best. And I also love all things bling, which goes right along with the fact that I'm a Miss America certified pageant judge. I can judge in any state, and I frequently judge county fair pageants and festivals pageants all across the state of Kentucky. In 2013, on the advice of Kevin and Dixie Jordan, we ventured into pageant headshots, and it has turned out to be our favorite thing to do. I absolutely love working with our pageant clients. I just connect with them on a lot of levels. You see them more than once a year in the studio typically. We go to lots of pageants, so we see them there. So it's just a different feeling than, someone you see once and, really don't see them again, maybe a senior session or something like that.
Okay, I'm a certified professional photographer as well as a liaison with the PPA program. I do design all the artwork like composites and montages. And just a quick shout out to Dan Freevault. His montages are great. He has a course out on them. They're wonderful, super easy to incorporate, really can knock them out super fast. I do all the editing and the production, get this stuff over to them what they need. I used to be a food and beverage manager. I figured my last name was Cook. I had to be good at it. Started out second shooting with Jim, but like Liz said, in 2012, I kicked him out and he became the official lawn boy of the studio. I really started loving headshots. They're a lot of fun. Every now and then, I will get to judge some pageants, and those are always fun. What guy doesn't like to go sit and watch pageants? I'm a huge nerd. If you can't tell from this slideshow I've made, there'll be a lot more fun pictures. And I am equivalent to a kid with ADHD and a TV remote control. I'm going to be going fast, flipping the channels a lot. I might go look at something that's completely different and random. Just stay with me. We will circle back, I promise. All right, so what we do at Cook Designer Portraits is we do a lot of some high school seniors, a lot of pageant headshots and some business headshots. We do model portfolios. There are some pageant lines that need roughly 20 some odd images for a model portfolio that we take care of. We do very few families and weddings. And by very few, I mean if we shot you before we like you, we want you to stay a loyal client to us, we're going to take care of your family or your wedding. All right, so how do we harness the power of my photo app? Now, before I show you guys all this, I need you to promise you're not going to use this power for evil. And I'm not moving forward until I see some promises in the chat. All right. No promises? Nothing?
They want to be evil with it.
They do want to be evil. Look at that. Not a single promise. All right, fine. We're going to go on and see how evil you guys can be. Anyways, we use them for websites. Jim promised. We use them for websites, so we'll let Melissa talk a little bit about this.
Okay. Early last year, we realized that our websites were not working well on mobile devices. And all of our potential clients and current clients, they're surfing the web on their phone or their tablets. They're doing this when their kids are at baseball practice or their games and they're sitting around with the other moms, nothing to do. When they're waiting in line to pick up their kids from school or, even on their lunch hour at work. People are on their phones and mobile devices all the time.
I made all these. We used to work with a different builder, and maybe it was mobile friendly. Maybe it wasn't. It took too long for me to figure out how to do it on a mobile friendly. My photo app is super easy. I have two different styles of websites up here. Our main Cook Designer Portraits one is click and learn. If you want headshots, click here. If you're a senior, click here. Learn more about the session and what's included. Cook Designer Films and Photo Booth are some side businesses of ours, videography and photo booths for weddings. Basically, you're going there for a videographer, read what we do, see how much it costs. It's very straightforward, super easy to use.
Another way that we use my photo app every day is with our pageant clients. Typically with our pageant clients, we usually do in-person sales, but we also sometimes proof by my photo app. Most of our clients live several hours away. Some of them are out of state. Maybe we don't have time to do in-person sales. Maybe they've arrived late, or like a couple weeks ago, we had someone from like 3 hours away arrive, and they realized they had left their clothes for their session at home. So we had to send them out to Kohl's here in Georgetown to do a little shopping. So it put us behind in our schedule for the day. You know, if we have something like that, we run out of time, we can let them proof by the app. Our seasoned pageant clients, they update their headshots really often. So they're not going to be choosing many images anyway. So it really doesn't benefit either of us to do an in-person sales session. They don't need my help choosing, you know, the recommendations that are going to do better for their pageants. They've got that. And certain pageant lines also, they only need a couple of images. So it's just quick and easy for us to do an app for them. They can also let their pageant director or their pageant coach take a look at it if they need to give input as well, because the pageant world, it's a serious business with the headshots. Sometimes if we have one of our state or national queens that we've sponsored a prize package for, they have a gifted session when they're coming in. I find out when I'm talking to them or their mom on the phone, you know, are you interested in buying, or are we just shooting for your prize package and for what we need to provide your director? So I know that ahead of time. Some of those we will do an app and let them, you know, get on back to Tennessee or Virginia, wherever they're coming from. It does give our clients the freedom to look at their images, choose them wherever they are. They don't have to be at the studio. So it is great for, if they need input from their coach or their director. A lot of times we've got their app ready for them and they're still, on their drive home, and they get excited. They get to look at them, on their drive home. Also, the day before pageant deadlines, people are usually asking for input on their photogenic entries. So it makes it easy for them to communicate with me for help on their choices, because we let them know we're in it to win it. If they win photogenic, we do as well. So our pageant clients really, really love this. Built into our headshot session offerings, we do have a 5 business day app that's an upsell and a lifetime app. The 5 business day, I think we charge $50 for, and the lifetime is $95. We just made some changes recently, and that's one of the great things about using my photo app is we can make changes really quick and easy. And built into our highest package for our headshots is the lifetime app. So it's an incentive for them. Michael's going to talk more about incentives later. They choose their images. They sign the model release that's on the app. They submit that to us through the app. I do verify with them once they've submitted, did you mean to submit 8 images? And are these the images that you meant to submit? Once they've okayed that, Michael gets started on their retouching. I send them an invoice if it's needed, an invoice through Square. They pay that. They're good to go. Michael works on their images, and then we send them to them.
All right. We also use it to gather information, and like Melissa said, we have them sign a model release, which our bottom left ones are proof. They check a couple of boxes that they know these are the images they're sending. They grant permission for us to use them in the marketing, sign it, and send it right over. You might want to check and make sure that's binding with you guys, to consult your lawyer. Tim, I see your question. I'll touch on it in a second. Don't worry. We also use the release forms. I keep one on my phone, and if I'm ever out shooting, I have them sign it right there. It goes straight to my phone. There's no more pen and paper. On the right side, we have a testimonial form we give our clients and let them tell us how we did. And then the middle one, I'm going to thank Nick Picaro for this one because he is wonderful. I'm going to call it a bridge. And when you only have like one link like Instagram, we have it go to here. And here, whoever they are, there's something for them to click. If they want a headshot, they click the headshot. If they want an application, they to be a senior model, they click the senior model application, and that's an app that they fill out as well. So it's really helpful to pick out who they are and what they are looking for. We do the apps for all of our models. Every model with us gets an app, and the girl that we're showing actually came in 3 or 4 times, and we keep updating her app because that's all she wants. It's just an updated app. So it's really easy to keep the app updated and going. At every app that we hand out, there's always a form at the bottom for when they hand it out to their friends, they can let us know if they're interested in a session with us. This took place of our model rep cards that we used to give the girls, that we'd always give them, and they would sit in their car until the end of the year and realize they had rep cards.
Okay, we have replaced all of our price menus with my photo app, pricing apps. During an in-studio order session, we show our pricing apps on the iPad. And when I hand that to a client for them to look at, it's just so easy. They're used to doing that kind of thing anyway. And also I can send it to them if I need to, send it to their phone. Let's say a grandmother wants to be able to purchase something herself. We can send the pricing to her. In the center is an example of our senior price guide, our senior pricing menu. We use Dan Freevault's senior pricing menu template. This is the one that's sort of the edgy looking that we use for the seniors. We use a pastel colored one for our pageants. And make sure you stay till the end because Dan has a special offer for you in case you're interested in his templates. They're quick and easy to update. You can make changes instantly. You don't have to constantly reorder. Your printed price menus, we were using for a couple of years, we were using one of the WHCC printed folios, which looked really great, but it made us not want to change our pricing. Maybe there was something wasn't working. We didn't want to change it because we didn't want to spend $60 to order another one. Sometimes after a session, I'll say, Michael, this isn't working. We need to tweak this a little bit. I think it'll work better. Or maybe a product, our cost has gone up. We need to tweak our pricing a little bit. We can do that and have that change made before our next session. And Michael also wants me to let you know that he makes a ton of typos. So when he's doing things for me, if I don't catch the typo, sometimes, things used to get printed incorrectly if I missed it. So now we usually catch it and he can change it, instantaneously. I also send these out if I'm talking to a senior mom on the phone. I text them our pricing app. I want to be sure that I pre-qualify them for our pricing. If they're looking, for $300 or $400 to spend for, a senior session, they're not going to be our client. And, we need to know that ahead of time. So this lets them know our price range, and so they're prepared when they come in to meet with me. Probably what we use it for the most for our pricing is our pageant headshot sessions. I'm texting these to clients every day. And all of you know, I'm sure you get contacted through Facebook, and not so many people calling these days. They want to contact through Facebook or text. So, I just text them our pageant headshot pricing. We attend and judge lots of pageants. People always come up to and ask us questions. They'll say, I've been wanting to come to you all for headshots. So what I do is I hand them my phone and I tell them to type their number in, sends them the pricing app for headshots. I don't have to remember to do it later. I don't have to write their phone number down. I don't have to put their phone number, in a note on my phone, and gets it taken care of right then. We also have just started using a PayPal link on our headshot session information, which Michael's going to talk a little bit about that later too. And they can book 24/7. So if it's an inappropriate time, to call me at 11 o'clock at night and they're wanting to book, they can go ahead and book and pay, and then I can get in touch with them to work out a time for their session later. We also use my photo app for our preparation guides. We do both senior and pageant headshot preparation guides, so they know what to wear, how to organize their things they're bringing, so it's quicker for them during the session. We can shoot more instead of them being in there in the dressing room forever, so they know what to expect. This has taken the place of our printed brochures. Again, we can tweak it and update it, change it anytime we feel the need. Saves on your printing and your mailing cost and time. And it's not only easy for us, but it's easy for our clients because they're on their phones all the time. Used to, when I would mail a preparation guide, they would misplace it, lose it. They end up not having it. This way, they've always got an updated copy of either the preparation guide or the price list. So it's always on their phone.
Okay. Let's talk about that PayPal link because we're really excited about this. It's super easy to add. It's a part of the professional level. It's just an HTML section in the app. Every time at pageants, when people realize their images don't do well and they should have done better, they come to us and talk to us about wanting to book a session. And this is the first year we're going to have it. We're going to be going to a pageant this weekend, weather permitting. And we're going to be able to now turn these cold leads that want to talk to us into a warm lead. And we're going to strike it while the iron's hot, let them book right then and there, get all the impulse buyers that are ready to book a session with us. We use it for incentives, like Melissa said. It's a bonus level on our portraits. The teens only care about the app. I'm not quite sure what they want the digitals for. They just need the digitals, and the phone app takes care of that. Mom usually wants the album or the wall portrait. We show them after that how it works, and then mom is really excited that now she doesn't have to go in through Facebook or Instagram to find her image. She has it right on her phone. Grandparents don't usually have smartphones, but the vast majority have iPads. Works great on iPads, works on the computer. It works wonderfully for everything. We also use it for our prize packages for the state and national pageant winners. It helps bump up that value, makes it a little bit more impressive for them. In our pageant pricing, we do a lifetime app of all the proofs taken that day at our highest package level, so it's really easy to keep bumping them up to a different level. The template that you're seeing is from Dan Freevault. Stay till the end. We'll get you a special offer on this. These things are wonderful, super easy to work, guys. We also use them for digital business cards. And I don't quite know how to say this correctly, so I'm going to quote my buddy Ron Burgundy on here. When we go to pageants, we're kind of a big deal. People know us. All right, guys? We get swarmed a lot at pageants. So this is great to hand out to them. We are going to be handing out the PayPal link as well, so hopefully we can get some impulse buyers with them. The best thing about this, the digital business cards, is when you go somewhere and someone asks what you do and you say you're a photographer, you are now being compared with every other photographer out there, with the guy that's $5,000 for a session to the guy that's $50 for a session. This way you show them what you do. They come into us knowing I don't shoot natural light for their headshot. They know I'm going to shoot with strobes. They know what my themed images look like. All right, so now that we've shown you the power of my photo app, I need you guys to all say this with me, and I better see the chat blow up with this one. Just yell, I have the power, guys. Come on, blow it up. I know we're a little delayed, so I'm going to keep moving, but I expect that chat to blow up. All right, I know you guys are all wondering, where's your gift? All right, so the first thing we have to offer is 25% off Dan Freevault's Pricing for Profit. Use the code MPA. Go to his website, store, seniorunlock.com. The code expires March 12th, guys. Get using this. Hey, there's the chat blowing up a bit. This is super easy to use, guys. I can't express how wonderful this is. Best thing we did for our pricing. There's 3 different options. There's a edgy, modern, and modern without watercolor, I think is what the 3 are. I don't know. They're great. Dan's comes with a 4 option. We added a 5th option. That's how easy it was. We let them choose 4 out of the 5. We're not upset if they don't want a wall portrait. We still make what we're happy making. Buying this, I think Dan also has a script in there to help you get through some of the roadblocks when parents start telling you no. So I'm going to let this stay up for a couple more seconds. Write down the code MPA, guys, as it expires March 12th. Okay. And now Jim has cooked up a special offer as well. 10% off my photo app. If you're a new person or you're renewing, this is great for you. Use the code webinar. Go to myphotoapp.com. Now, it's only good for 24 hours. The very first person to use this code gets a free hat. Now, we can all synchronize our watches and get it at like 12:01, and we all get a free hat. But when Dan Rowe comes in to get one to cover up that bald head of his at 12 o'clock, he's going to win. So you might not want to bank on everyone playing nice. My photo app is great. We showed you how we use it. This cuts down on our physical marketing. No more rep cards that we're spending much on. I don't know. I'm going to pick on Dan Rowe again. He has like 88 models. Imagine if he spent $10 a piece on that. It's $880 on just rep cards, and he spent 10. This thing is well worth it, guys.
And we use it every day.
Every single day. I cannot stress how, it's taken over everything.
Yes, and clients love it so much that if they get a new phone and for some reason they've lost it, they're calling or texting us, can you send us that link again because I got a new phone. I don't want to lose my app.
This thing is great, guys. I'm going to let this code stay up there about 5 more seconds. So write down webinar. Go to my photo app. It's only good for 24 hours. If you're renewing or a brand new person, it doesn't matter. Jim will honor it for you guys. All right. So does anyone have any questions, comments, or smart remarks? I do want to thank everyone for staying. I know some of you guys have to go. You have a busy schedule. So if you need to go, go for it. I'm going to switch the camera back to me and Melissa, and we'll answer questions for the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I lost my mouse. There it is. I see it. Tim's question, because I saw that pop through. The full process of making our proof apps. Let me slide this over so you can see. Okay. The full process of making our proof apps, extremely easy. I call down in the middle of outfit changes. Why'd you shut off on me? I call down during the outfit changes. I crop everything to an 8x10.
And Michael shoots directly to...
I shoot tethered to Lightroom.
Yes.
So it's super easy to calm them down real quick. Everything gets cropped to an 8x10 for our pageant girls. It doesn't matter. They don't need 8x12. I'm not doing it. After that, there's 2 galleries in our app. One for their favorites, and by their favorites, I mean our favorites, the ones that we like the best, that we recommend, and the other for everything else. We export from Lightroom. It comes across the bottom, Cook Designer Portraits Proof. We then hit submit, and the app get made, and we give it over to them. It's extremely easy, extremely fast to build.
Yes, and we even did this for a business client recently. We did the initial culling down in the camera room, for the in-person sales, helped her choose the best, and then she wanted input from the girls that work in the office with her. So we did an app with like 13 of her proofs. That way she could get some input from the girls at the office. And used to, we were, anti-proofs going out of here. But the pageant world has got us to have a different attitude toward that. We don't do any proofing outside of the studio for portrait work, but for pageant headshots, it's really necessary. And Michael's images look fabulous coming out of the camera. So, we're not ashamed or embarrassed for people to see those proofs. And the pageant people actually really, really love them.
When we create pricing apps, the majority of that is done through Photoshop and JPEGs and all that. It gives me a little bit more flexibility, adding a picture, changing some font to something a little different, or changing a background. We could easily do it through the markdown section or something like that in my photo app and be just as happy. Stephanie, the lifetime app, if you retire or close the businesses, what happens to clients' lifetime app? They should stay up. I'll let Jim answer that for sure. He's in here somewhere. They should stay up, but you can't make any more changes to it. When they get a new phone, they can't re-download it. As long as it's on their phone, Yeah. There's Jim. The apps will continue to work as long. So.
Did you?
Yeah, I
address
answered.
that?
I hope so. Tracy, did I answer your question good enough? Maybe. Okay. In the meantime, well, I think there's a delay, so Tracy will chime in a second, I hope. And so feel free to shoot away, guys. We are here to help any step of the way. We hope you learned something. Did everyone learn at least one thing? Hope so. Hope you guys go through and incorporate one of these new things we showed you. If it's new, if it's not and you're not using it, you need to. So
We found that, of course, our senior clients, they're after images that they can put on Instagram and Snapchat with. So they really love it. One of our state queens recently, we were doing the in-person sales session, and her mom, was considering an album and so forth. And the daughter said, "I don't care what you get, Mom. I just want to make sure I can have these images for my Instagram and all my social media fun stuff I do." And we said, "Well, you're getting an app as part of your prize package, so that takes care of that." And she was really excited about that. And when I text the link to them, they were just so excited. They're really more excited about their apps than they are their products. Like if a senior has ordered an album and wall portraits and that kind of thing, I'll get a text from the senior, a couple of weeks after their order session. "Now, when did you say I would be getting my app?" They don't ask about the album and the wall portrait. They want their app.
Tracy, I hope Jim answered your question. We used JPEGs with our images on it. We could use my photo and be just as happy. I just started using JPEGs, and now that's where everything is, so I stick with it. Lynn, we should have a replay for you, so that's a plus. Yeah, the replay link will come out tomorrow.
Okay. Do you send pre-shoot apps?
Yeah, so
with
get ready to
info?
apps. We have information guides on what they should be wearing. I don't quite know what you mean by pre-shoot apps. If that's a preparation guide, we have those, and we do send those out.
Yes. Now, they don't always read them.
That's very true.
But a lot of them do. Yes. We do that for seniors and pageants both.
So
What things to wear, colors that look better. I don't want a blonde white girl coming in with a white shirt very often. Sometimes those images are great, but for the most part, I'm going to want my blonde girl in some kind of jewel tone color. So she looks really fabulous for her headshots. And Michael can get a lot of good contrast when he's doing their black and whites as well that way. But yes, we use that all the time.
Tim, yes, our proof apps, we have a favorite section. They go through and they hit favorite on the ones they like. There's a button they can hit to show their favorites. And then when they get down to what they want, they hit submit favorites, and it comes right to us with the file name. So we know exactly what they want. And sometimes we get some random things, and Melissa does check, "Hey, did you mean to give us 8 images? Yes, we did. We love them. Oh, no, that was my friend. She wasn't supposed to submit images for me." That has happened in the past. Some girl gave it to all her girlfriends. We had 6 emails from all her friends with
This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Choose this one. Choose this one.
So that's why we added one of the buttons that these are the images you're submitting to for us to retouch, correct? And they have to hit yes before they can submit those images. I think that was the last question. Feel free to keep asking. We have 37
Did you
yes.
answer?
I think I answered. Oh, here's some. Just got download and printing and resizing in chat. I size them. What do I size them for? I think I size them 10 by 80 on the long side. 1080 on the long side. I'm pulling up stuff real quick to double check.
That's technical stuff I know nothing about.
I mean, regardless what size we size them for, try to prevent them from downloading. If we put whatever and you can't download these images, screenshottings are was what everyone's doing. It's so easy to screenshot an image now. It's not even funny. So, I mean, it's kind of pointless to try and stop them from downloading because they will find a way. So make sure you put your logo on there. Our proof app had Cook Designer Portraits proof on it, so at least we had our name on there.
And I would much rather them,
1024 is what I, on the long edge, is what I resize my apps to, my app images to. 1024 on the long side.
I would much rather them post images from one of our apps to all of their social media versus taking a phone picture of one of our prints in horrible lighting and posting that and people thinking that that's the kind of work we do.
We could make a proof template and throw it in the template bazaar. Haven't done it yet, but it's not going to hurt my feelings at all to do it. And so there's some other people what they resize theirs too.
Any other questions?
Yeah, we are here. There's still 37
Comments?
of you guys. Feel free to ask questions.
And there's a lot of other uses that we don't use it for. Oh, today Michael did his first app for a business.
I'll let David talk more about that. He's got a webinar coming up. David Quisenberry, he's kind of frontline this, but we're trying to offer them to other businesses, see if that would be something they would be interested in. So we shall see how that venue takes off. I'm excited to hear what David has to say. And I know I'm throwing him under the bus right now, but I have high hopes for this. David Quisenberry, by the way. Just make sure everyone knows his name and said that this was talked up greatly and he knows everything. David Quisenberry.
Would it be beneficial, and I don't know if it would even show on there, if we sort of show like how you tag, not tag, how you heart it?
Let me do something for you guys.
Yeah, we're going to get one of our apps up and show you. And we always show our we like doing the extra step.
Actually, I'm going to slide this over here real quick. Yeah,
to take care of our clients, make sure they know how to work it. And some people are just very technically challenged, so they would get all stressed out if they had no clue what to do with it. But we can show you how our clients would choose if they were doing an app, choosing favorites.
All right, I've got the app that I actually showed you guys on here. Yeah, everyone can still see it. So basically, they have their apps, and like I said, we have a top thing of favorites, and we pick our favorites and throw them up there for. And then we have the other great proofs that we have that didn't quite make our favorites. Once they click on it, there's a little heart up here. They just go through heart. They find this one, they heart it. Heart whatever they want. Up here, they can show their favorites. They have one of two that they hearted. So they show exactly what they liked.
But let's say they
that's not what
no longer like one in their favorites. They unheart it.
Unheart it right there. And then when they're ready, just submit the images, check some check boxes, put the name, and draw a signature on there. And that's as easy as it is right there. And so, all right, let's pop this screen share back off now.
It's a great option for those of you that maybe don't do in-person sales or need to do things remotely outside of your studio. You could definitely proof. Let's see, we did a remote headshot session at Posh that's close to Louisville, and we shot like all day on a Saturday there in the dress shop, and you did most of the
apps at lunch.
Yeah.
We went to go eat.
Yeah,
and
when
while
we
waiting
ate
for food, I knocked their apps out and sent it right over to them.
Right. So we didn't have to be back at the studio to be able to do that. They got their proofs before we even came back to the studio.
Thanks, Jim,
which is about an hour away.
Karen, to add forms is super easy. I'm going to pop back over here to screen sharing. Let's hit this X button. Yeah, you go to layout settings. That's not it. what am I thinking? You go to add section. There's a form. The form pops up. Go in here. You want to add a section. I want text line input to be their name. So we're going to label this name. Next one, let's say they need to give some information. Text box. What's up, Doc? And then we can predefine the field. I really don't like my color hair. Well, you should probably dye it then. But that gives them a little idea for what to put in there. So that's a quick little information for us to know what they need, what they would like to change or anything like that. Let's delete this so I don't accidentally publish your new form. Did that answer your question, Karen? Hope so.
Any other questions?
We take smart remarks too if you have them.
I don't see any others
I don't
coming up
either.
there.
I'll wait a couple more minutes and then we're going to sign off here if there's no more questions, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
I have the basics. So do I need to upgrade to do forms? I'm pretty sure forms are a professional level. Give me 1 second. I will let you know. And section. Yeah, that's in the professional subscription level. Oh, thanks, Jim. You're 1 step ahead of me.
And something that I always tell our clients, when, if it's a senior especially, the mom and the grandparents, they always want to show their kids images off. And I always use the example and tell them that, look, if this app is going to be on your phone, you're not going to have to go into Facebook and find the images and take 5 minutes to find the images to show your friend when you see them in the grocery store or at church. You can, just show them it's on your, on your screen, and you just tap it, it opens up, and you can show your loved ones off a lot faster. It's more efficient. And really no one is pulling their wallet out and showing wallet pictures anymore either. So we refer to it as modern day wallets. And it's like a light bulb goes off and our clients are like, oh yeah, we love that. So if you're not, even if you just used it for that type of thing, it would be well worth it. Any of you that do high school seniors, I'm sure you found they are not interested in giving their friends actual wallet pictures. They don't generally exchange anymore like they used 2 years ago, but they certainly want the app to show their friends.
Karen, Nick's template is called Instagram Superlink. So it's nfocus.instagram superlink _template.
And when Michael changed our things over to that, we started getting a lot more inquiries.
It's really
wonderful. from our Instagram followers. Even though I had the website link on there, I never got any inquiries through that. And now that we have the Instagram link, it started like pretty much within a day or so after we added that. It just makes it quick and easy. We just need to know how to contact them, what line of photography they're interested in. Quick and easy for them. They can do it at any time.
Is there a way to make selection of items in LinkedIn? Dan, I don't quite know. The problem with that is we send them a PayPal or Square invoice through email, but it's kind of hard to decide if they're getting 3 images, 4 images, or 5 images. Everyone comes in for 2 images with me, but they walk away with 8. So we need to be able to have much more control of how much they're paying.
Did we respond to that? Okay. We don't give everyone an app. It is part of our incentives at a certain level. We give all of our people that are in our model program, they get them. But we have it at an incentive level. Usually if they're getting an album from us, and even without a wall portrait, but if they get an album and maybe some of the boutique medals, grad cards, some tabletop size prints type of thing, they're going to be at the level to earn the app, which we want them to have the app, because that is, they're marketing for us. They're showing their images off a lot more than they would if they didn't have them on their phone, because they're on their phone all the time. And we do have it in our pageant headshot session. Purchasing, it is at the highest level. They get an app free, the lifetime app free.
It's a really great incentive to dangle in front of them. It really makes them bump it up a bit. Normal senior clients, Laura, they can buy the app. I don't remember exactly how much it costs, but it is part of their incentive when they get up to a certain level that we're happy with them being. I mean, our level might not be your level.
I think we have it, at 2,000?
Ours is at 2,000.
Ours
a free app.
At 2,000.
And that really
get a free app.
Over, can I get the digital copy? They're happy with an app. So they just want to be able to share it with their friends.
Yes, and our normal senior clients, I mean, that's what they're after. This one of our little clients, she's a pageant girl too. So they have been, the past couple of years, they've probably been here for sessions 10 or 12 times between senior things and pageant things. And every time I'll get a text. Have you got my app ready yet? Have you got my images ready? For her, we've been updating her app. And then we did a separate one for the senior session. That's what they're after. They want to show stuff off to their friends.
What do we sell our app for? Is that a one?
I think when I put it in price packages, I value it at like $99. And that was like things I had done last year. I would probably value it this year at like $150. I mean, you could do whatever you feel like your market can stand. And, most of our clients are earning them anyway through, being at a certain level.
Exactly, guest. You need to change your name because I'm not calling you guest all night. But yeah, put it a nice price, nice value, and bump it up. It is a great incentive when they're stuck for us at the $1,800 mark. If you get a couple more images, you get a free app of all your images that you chose, all the digitals right there. Super easy to bump them up.
Yes. Our lifelong proof app with just the proofs that we show in a session for our pageant headshots, they can buy that, just the proofs, for $95. But, we always evaluate things and we're always tweaking things, so we may change that at any time. And by using my photo app, I can, text Michael and say, I really feel like, we need to change the price on this and change it to this. He does it. And then 10 minutes later, I get a request and I can send out the updated information.
Hey, Laura, I'm going to scroll down so I can actually, if I can come over here. I see your question, Laura. Don't go anywhere.
And Karen, I don't know if I would, in an in-person sales session, I have never offered anyone to buy it without them earning it at the level I want them to be at in a senior session. For our senior things, we really want them to, to earn them. I need them to be at $2,000 or more if possible. Then they can have whatever on the app.
Okay, I'm going to talk to, actually, Jim just answered Laura. Well, anyways, I'm going to go to Leanne because I saw your question in here. Again, guys, use the question mark. It helps to get us our notification. I just saw your images. Actually, I'm going to answer Leanne and Dawn with this. We can't really prevent downloading. Sure, we can turn it off, but you can screenshot these images, and they're right there. So the best thing to do is put your logo on them, watermark them. Our proof app says Cook Designer Portraits Proof. They can screenshot those at any point in time. We can't stop them.
Right.
So,
and if it's images on an app that have been fully retouched and look great, they've paid us enough to even get those that, we don't care if they, I really don't care what they do. They've paid us enough for that. Again, we're not the $49 shoot and burn studio. They're paying a nice amount. So you get to a point where it's like, hey, they've paid. We had one senior client. She bought all kinds of stuff. What was her order? $4,000 or so.
A couple wall portraits, an album, some shelfies, some it was
a lot. Her order was like between $4,000 and $5,000. Well, we gave her all of her images on a flash drive, all of the digitals on there, so she could put them in a safe place. It's like at that level, let them have them.
Exactly. We are happy with our sale. We're happy with giving them the digitals when they want to print. I think her mother-in-law wanted the scrapbook, so this helped her out. Instead of taking we have all of our prints mounted. She's not really cutting that thing out.
And yes, and the grandmother was wanting to shoot the album with her phone and make her scrapbooking things from that. It's like, and the mom contacted us and said, can I let her have these that you did for me on the flash drive? And we said, yes, we want them to look good. We don't want her using, our taking pictures of our album with the phone and going and printing those. They're not going to look good.
So, are there any other questions? We kind of slowed down on the questions. Kim, aka guest, good job, Kim, is talking about showing apps to help sell apps, which is great. Everything we do is an app, and they get used to clicking our button. We have the price app. They touch the price app. They touch the app of the kid that I just showed them an example of. They get used to it, and it becomes second nature to have an app of them on their phone.
Did you see the Shopify?
Yeah, I don't use Shopify. I don't know if someone else answered that. You guys make it real hard on us when you're not using the question tab. So I'm still scrolling through and finding questions that we missed.
If there's something that you put over in the chat that we've not referred to, go ahead and
about Lincoln Square.
Put it over in the question so we can get them, because we're not going to hold you all much longer.
Tracy, we use PayPal, and for our button, you basically go to the HTML subscription. That's in the professional level. Throw it in your app, and then you go over to PayPal, set your whatever up. We just have one option. It's book a session with us. If you want other options, feel free to throw it in there. PayPal will give you an HTML link. You just copy that HTML link over into the you don't see a question tab, Don. I'll talk to you in a second. You copy the HTML tab over into the HTML section of your app. Don, right where you're typing, there's a little drop box. Just click down. There's going to say ask a question or question and answer.
And then Jim posted who won the hat, and it's flipped off the screen.
Oh, Jim, who won the hat? All right, let's see here.
Oh, Tom Schmidt.
Tom Schmidt, way to go,
yes.
Tom.
You get an awesome My Photo app hat. I'll send that out to you within the next couple of days. Thanks for subscribing. You're going to love it if you've not ever used it before. You're going to love it.
All I see is everybody in chat. Well, unmute your chat. Scroll down lower where you're typing in. Here, I'm sorry if I'm getting people confused because we're going to screen share this. Just click it. Over here. There we go. Ahoy! Okay. It looks different. It's to the left of the box. Okay. I'm going to unscreen share because this is trippy for me. I can only. Karen, so if when we renew, then we select lifetime. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about using the code and upgrading your package. Go for it. I think that's what you're asking. Use the code webinar, select your package. Okay, there's Jim. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm on Melissa's account. Melissa did not type ahoy. So. Still got 23 of you guys. Not a lot of questions coming through. Feel free to ask.
Anything that you can think of, let us answer it for you before we head out for the evening. It's Survivor night. Anybody watch Survivor? Jim and I have watched it since the very beginning. That was in 2000.
If you're not a part of the Facebook group, go there. There's a lot of great information. I mean, that's how we found out about Nick's Instagram thing.
Yes, and a lot of great people. If Jim is not available to help you right then, there's lots of experienced My Photo App users that are happy to help you, give you ideas, help you with things. Also, in the best way, if you do need help, make sure you open
a support ticket.
Yes, open a support ticket. Yes. That way it's not missed. Sometimes if you post it in the group, it could get missed.
I see what you guys are talking about now. It's making sense. How do I install apps and place on my website? Very easy, Stan. Where do I want to go over here?
And we switched everything. We even went to our desktop.
Yeah, everything is My Photo App now. There is nothing from any other builder.
Websites are My Photo App.
Just moving around. I don't want to end the call. You guys are still talking to me. You put in what you want. We have, this is our point and click one. Make sure you have your SEO and your tracking in there. You can go and modify your SEO to whatever you want to say. You have set up. That's where I want to be. So, yeah, there's some extra instructions. I know I'm just kind of glazing over it real quick. So, I probably should change my login because I just showed you all that. Oops, time to go. All right, way to go, guys. No one's getting in here anymore. Password just got changed. All right, sorry, guys. You can't come hack us. Yeah, I probably should have thought of that before I started clicking buttons.
Thank you so much for
I guess I can turn this back on.
spending a little time with us today, hearing how we use My Photo App here in Georgetown, Kentucky at Cook Designer Portraits.
I hope you guys all got something out of this. I know, Karen, you're still a little, or not Karen, Laura,
yes.
I'm sorry, wrong person.
Nancy says that Nick and David are huge helps. Yes, they are. They really good. Yes.
I'm going to leave this up and going just for a bit.
Yes, and Jim says when we sign off, everyone jump over to the Facebook group, and he'll continue to answer your questions over there. And like I said earlier, there's lots of other experienced people that that can help pretty much anytime as well too.
There's a lot of knowledge over there, guys. Hop on over, and then again, I'm going to plug David here. He's doing a webinar soon. Don't quite remember when it is, but it's about actually selling apps to other businesses to make a little bit of money. So
yes, he's been working extensively getting that developed. So that should be really good.
All right.
And don't forget about our My Photo App offer. The webinar is what you put in to get 10% off. And then Dan Freevault's in Seniors Unlocked.
Yep. Let me pull up
His
that code.
was
I think it's
MPA as in my photo app.
Yeah, Dan is MPA. That's good till March 12th, guys. SeniorsUnlocked.com.
Right. And
Or store.SeniorsUnlocked.com.
if you're on the fence about trying my photo app, give it a try.
7-day free trial. Have fun.
If I can work it, I mean anybody can. So don't let you being
Dan Freevault is the bomb, Larry.
Don't let anything keep you from trying it. While I don't make the apps on a regular basis, Michael does that. Jim did have me log in probably over the holidays to see if someone at like my technical skill level, which is not where Michael's is, see if someone could build a basic one. And I was able to within just a few minutes, and I put purple colors on it and all kinds of things. So give it a try. We think you'll love it. We do.
Oh, yeah, we do. So, all right, guys, we're heading out. Thank you for staying.
It's Survivor night, and it is
Modern Family Night's better than Survivor.
Modern Family's good too. It's fun, and it's Big Blue Nation time. UK basketball.
All right, guys, have fun.
Bye. Thanks.
Lost my mouse. There it is. Bye.